How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Ranked Report, and welcome to the last week of Series 1. Also, I'm a little disappointed that Series 1 is ending so soon. We had it for 2 months, and just looking at the last couple of tournaments we've had, like regionals and online tournaments and stuff, the meta game was still in the process of developing. So it's a little disappointing that it's finished so soon. I do wish they'd make... I don't hate the idea of series as formats. I just wish they'd make them longer than 2 months, because that is way too short. However, before Series 1 was over, I participated in the Liverpool regionals. I ended up going 6-3, which is not quite as well as I wanted to do. I wanted to go 7-2 at least. I was aiming to maybe top cut, but still 6-3 is fine. And this is the team that I did it with. So this is the team I built myself that I brought to tournaments that performed pretty well. I will say I went 6-3. Every time I played against a poor mod, I lost, and every time I didn't play against a poor mod, I won. So maybe a team building oversight with the kind of the poor mod matchup, specifically poor mod next to like Arcanine and Volcarona was very difficult. There was a poor mod Goldengo Dondozo core that was quite difficult, which, I mean, that's on me. Like, that was a core that existed before the tournament that I just didn't build around well enough. So there are a couple of things I'd change on this team, I think, in light of that, but I'll go over that in a second. In terms of the overall structure of the team, this was based on a team that was built by... Apologies. This is built based on a team built by Aaron Trailer right back at the start of Series 1. So he had Meowscarada, Sylveon, Armarouge, Hydreigon, and then his back two were Dondozo, Tatsugiri. I wasn't a huge fan of Dondozo, Tatsugiri on that team, and also I didn't want to bring Dondozo to a tournament because every single round there was a risk of going into a Dondozo mirror and going to Timer, which sounded awful. But I really enjoyed using the Meowscarada, Sylveon, Armarouge, Hydreigon core there, so I kind of built off the back of that. I fleshed it out with a Mungus Rotom. I thought that worked pretty well. I built this team largely to deal with Dondozo and with Rain, which were the two big threats that I saw coming into Liverpool. Turns out I had a bit of an oversight on the Pawmot front. Yeah, generally you've got either a fast mode or a slow mode. This is a relatively standard kind of Tail Room team, that being kind of a team that leverages Tailwind and Trick Room. We've got Trick Room on Armarouge. The original team had Trick Room on Meowscarada, and I maybe would have put that back on. Sucker Punch was kind of useful once or twice in my tournament run, but maybe I'd put Trick Room back on, who knows. Sylveon, pretty standard, Terra Water. I went Terra Water here just because I was struggling to deal with fire types as well. Could be a bit of a problem. Obviously I had Rotom, but like bulkier fire types or something like Armarouge and DD could potentially be a problem if I didn't have Terra Water on Sylveon. So it still gives you that Steel Resist. It doesn't let you hit Steel types as hard as you would with Terra Fire, but it gives you a better matchup into opposing fire types, which is nice. Pretty standard Mungus. Gone 4 attacks, Terra Protect here, just because I found when I was going for the Trick Room mode, Pollen Puffing into Sylveon or Armarouge was really, really valuable. Even Hydreigon, in fact, but Clear Smog was super valuable for the Dondozo matchup. It also stopped setup sweepers, so it's kind of useful into like Annihilate if you ran into like Mouse Ape stuff. Clear Smog's also kind of fun because you can Clear Smog your own Hydreigon. If you Draco Meteor, you can then Clear Smog to get rid of the boosts, which is a fun interaction. But yeah, that's pretty standard. Armarouge is mostly standard, however you'll see that this is Terra Fighting Armarouge with Aura Sphere, which is kind of uncommon. You don't see either Terra Fighting or Aura Sphere on Armarouge that much. And the reason I went for this is because my team is pretty weak to opposing Dark types in places. Most notably Hydreigon and King Gambit. So if you look at my team, for example, King Gambit, like I can burn it with Rotom and hit it with moves there. Like maybe I can take it on with Sylveon if I Terastallize. But like Amoonguss can't touch it, Meowscarada can't really touch it, Hydreigon can't really touch it. So I decided to give myself a much better match into that by going Terra Fighting Aura Sphere, which will Oko even Assault Vest on King Gambit, which Armor Cannon won't do. Plus it keeps the resistance to Dark that you'd get from like a Terra Dark or something on Armarouge, which is what this was in the initial team. Also meant that Armarouge could, like I said, face up against Hydreigon a bit better, because Hydreigon, again, I can hit it with Sylveon, but if it Terastallizes, then I can't hit it that hard. Rotom can't really touch it. Hydreigon can one-shot it, but it's potentially a speed tie, so it's a little bit shaky. So I went for Aura Sphere there, because it hits Hydreigon super effectively, and the 2 Terra types that you tend to see on Hydreigon that resist Fairy, that being Steel and Poison, you can deal with Armor Cannon and Psychic, respectively. So you can generally break through pretty much any Hydreigon with this thing. Other things of note here... oh, also Garganacl was another one. Terra Poison Garganacl was on the rise, so having Aura Sphere and Psychic on the same set, and Armor Cannon, because some of them still went Terra Grass, for example. The other Garganacl type was Terra Ghost, but I don't really mind Terra Ghost too much with Hydreigon and Meowscarada. Yeah, Armarouge gave me a significantly better option into those. Then Rotom, fast and bulky. Good for tanking flying hits, which otherwise I couldn't really tank very well. Great into rain. Water type coverage is always nice. I have Terra Poison on Rotom. I don't think I terrestrialized Rotom a single time at the whole of Liverpool. It's the only Pokemon I didn't terrestrialize. But Terra Poison worked out well for me in testing. Good for dealing with Meowscarada, for example. Your other options for dealing with Meowscarada and Grass type moves in general would be Terra Grass or Terra Fire. But Terra Grass leaves you weak to flying, and Terra Fire leaves you weak to water. So I found going into the Rain matchup in particular, having Terra Poison was nice, because like Meowscarada Rain, you could eat hits from the Meowscarada whilst not leaving yourself weak to Hurricane from Salamence or Pelipper, or leaving yourself weak to water moves, for example. So that ended up being good in testing, literally didn't click it once over the course of the tournament. Hydreigon's Terra Steel here, pretty standard, 2 moves Tail and Protect. I do kind of wish I went Terra Poison on Hydreigon, I will be honest. Like, Terra Steel was useful in a couple of games, but like I said, I had a real issue with Pawmot. And part of that was just that, I mean, first of all, like, Fake Out's difficult for my team, so I have no immunities. Plus, Revival Blessing is just generally very annoying, but largely it was just the fast fighting coverage was really difficult to deal with. And, like, I have Amoonguss, I have Armarouge, I have Sylveon, but next to something like an Arcanine or a Volcarona, with Struggle Bug or Snarl, I'm not really doing any damage to them, especially if they're like goggles, I can't put them to sleep with Amoonguss. Next to like Dondozo Goldengo, that combination next to Pawmot also deals with my Pawmot answers. So it ended up being a really rough matchup for me, which again I didn't build around or test against enough in practice, so that's on me. But Terra Poison would have let me sit in front of Pawmot a little easier. Which I think probably would have been nice. It also means I could have clear smogged myself after terrestrializing, because there was one point in Liverpool where I wanted to go for the clear smog, like Draco Meteor clear smog strat with the Amoonguss Hydreigon, but I couldn't because I needed to terrestrialize to not die, and then I couldn't hit myself with clear smog because I was steel type. So a couple of changes I would have made. I also considered going T-Spikes on Meowscarada, just because kind of bulky Pokemon like Arcanine, like Dondozo could be kind of annoying. Just generally Pokemon with a lot of bulk that I couldn't just break through. T-Spikes would have been nice, I think, to deal with them, but like I said, Sucker Punch was also kind of useful, so that one's a bit up in the air. But yeah, that's the team. Sorry, I've rambled on about this team for a while, but it's my own team, obviously. I've got a lot of insights into it. Hopefully it's not too boring a description. But yeah, that's the team. Let's jump into some games with it. Okay, our first opponent for today is rocking Goldengo, Arcanine, Dondozo, which is kind of annoying. Easier without Pawmot, but still kind of annoying. Terra Steel Dondozo is kind of tricky for me to deal with in places. And then Dragonite, Amoonguss, Tatsuki, obviously. Okay, so Rotom seems really good here. Can burn Dondozo, hit it with electric moves, it can burn Dragonite. Quad Steel Resist is always nice. Hydro Pump into Arcanine is good. The problem is the Amoonguss. So how do I deal with that? I could potentially go like Armarouge, Rotom as a lead. That covers the Amoonguss pretty well. The one worry there is that they leave Arcanine in a bit of trouble. So I could also go Hydreigon just to deal with Arcanine lead. I think I actually don't mind bringing Rotom back in. I'm going to go for this. So go Meowscarada, Armarouge, I bring Rotom back end. I think my last is probably Hydreigon, because I don't want to leave myself too weak to a back end Goldengo. And Amoonguss isn't that great in this matchup. which is my other kind of Dondozo check. We'll see how this goes. Also, I haven't played this team in a minute because I've been building for Series 2. That's the other thing I don't like about the really short series. Is just like outside of kind of competitive stuff and the metagame still evolving and all that. Like, I put so much time into building this team, used it for one tournament, and then just never use it again. Because it's time to move on to the next format. Oh, Rotom would have been such a sick lead here. Holy crap. Okay. Okay. Can I go for TR here? I don't hate it. Whereas I've got Hydreigon back in, so maybe I don't. Maybe I'll just go for a... I'm just going to go for a Psychic into Arcanine. I want to get some damage on this, and I think the Meowscarada switches into Rotom here. Seems relatively safe. We could see a Terra come out from Dragonite here. Potentially. I don't think they're really threatening my Armarouge with a KO here. Yeah, let's go E-Speed, that's fine. I'm just ignoring the Meowscarada. No, okay, they flowed as that, but I mean Rotom tanks that pretty easily. The burn. Thank you. Okay, get a Psychic off. Those Snarl is also pretty useful for me here. That's a lot of damage. Okay, that's really good damage. I'm just going to go save again here. I'm just going to Snarl the Arcanine. Sorry, Psychic the Arcanine and Wood-Usp the Dragonite here, I think. If they stand and try and E-Speed, I don't think they can kill... Okay, they protect. That's fine. I don't think they kill my Armarouge here. Oh, they crit me. Okay, that's not great. Yeah, my thinking there was if they go for double attack into Armarouge, I don't think they can KO me. Okay, fine. Psychic does 0. Nice burn. Okay. I can just take out the Arcanine here, right? I mean, Armarouge is getting sacked. This thing's kind of useless at this point. Is it? Maybe I save it for a back end of Moongus. What are they going to hit it with, is the thing. I could switch in Hydreigon, maybe. I don't really hate switching in Hydreigon here. Because keeping Armarouge alive for potential back end of Moongus could be really useful. And then I think do I just Hydro the Arc? I think I just Hydro the Arc. Okay, they switch Arcanine into... Yeah, there's the Amoonguss. Okay. So, good job I saved this. Hydro comes in. I mean, yeah, E-Speed's not doing very much here, is it? Yeah, I'm fine. Hydro connects, but that's not too relevant. No, that's really not very relevant at all. I mean, I'm going to Draco the Dragonite here just because I think Dragonite is very annoying. And I would like to see that gone if possible, just because the E-Speed breaking Sash is a problem. They protect. Ah, okay. Yeah, I mean, they were going to have Protect their Life Orb, but I didn't think Draco would pick up a Moongus from there anyway, so I figured it probably wasn't worth trying to get around a Spore. Like, a burn on a Moongus here is nice just because it's passive damage over time. It's the most damage I'm getting out of this turn. I feel like Hydreigon's going to go to sleep, yep. That's fine. Couple of burns, Rotom's doing his job. So Hydra's asleep here. I could Terra my Hydra, potentially. Is that worth doing? Who's in the back? Goldengo, probably. So I don't hate going Terra Steel on Hydreigon here, just because it means that Amoonguss isn't hitting me with super effective Pollen Puffs. Let's go Draco the Amoonguss. I mean, I'm asleep, it doesn't matter what I do here. I guess just go for T-Bolt damage on the Dragonite. The problem I have here is I'm kind of pinned on the Rotom slot. Like, Rotom's fine on the field here, but at the same time it's kind of annoying that I can't really reliably switch. I guess I maybe could have switched in Armarouge there, just because it seems likely that my opponent goes for a Spore into the Rotom slot and, like, attacks my Hydreigon, for example. Okay, Rotom's faster than Dragonite, good to know. Yeah, okay, they go for the Ice Spinner, so I'll just block that. Well, not block it, but I won't take that much from it because of the Terra. And yeah, okay, so I could have gone for the switch there into Armarouge, but I guess Armarouge leaves itself very vulnerable next turn if I do that. Dragonite stays alive, okay. I feel like I just explode the Amoonguss here, right? If possible. And then... I mean, Rotom burns a sleep turn. It's whatever. Wake up, Hydreigon. You big dummy. I don't know what the last move on Dragonite is. I mean, it's dead. But I don't think... Unless it's... I've seen low kick Dragonite before. That could be very irritating, if that is a thing. It may have been smarter, actually, to go for Tailwind here. Okay, Moose goes out. I mean, nothing wants to take this. And in comes Arc. Would not hate waking up here. Nope. Okay. Dragonite goes for... My Rotom's guaranteed to leave that, so that's not really anything. They have Fire Punch! Okay, Hydreigon lives, that's nice. Are they going to be E-Speed Arcanine is the question. I might just try and protect my Hydreigon here. And Hydro the Arc. Okay, Hydreigon wakes up, that's nice. Get Protect off. This is probably Flare Blitz from Arc, I'd guess. Yeah, they do Rage Powder. Blitz does nothing. Rotom wakes up as well, that's nice. Hydro goes into the Amoonguss. Okay, so now I think I just let it rip. I could also set Tailwind here. Wouldn't be the worst idea, like Tailwind Protect could be good. So if I Tailwind Protect, I can then Psychic the Arcanine next turn. Maybe it's worth just saving the Hydreigon. And if I can get a double KO here, then I'm in really good shape. Yeah, I'm just going to Draco the Amoonguss. Not Hydro the Arcanine. Gets rid of Arcanine protecting. Okay, there's Rage Battle, that's fine. Go on, Hydreigon. Hit it. Okay, we hit the Amoonguss, that's good. Bonk. That's a really good pickup. Okay. So I just need Rotom to hit this now. But it's fine, because my Rotom doesn't miss. Yeah, they blitz me. The way they're playing makes me think that they're going to have Goldengo back end. But I think Meowscarada deals with that pretty well. I'd love to just land a Hydro Pump here. Cool. Like I said, my Rotom simply doesn't miss. It just doesn't happen. Yeah, I mean, I have Sash Meowscarada back end into what I'm guessing is Goldengo. It'd be weird if it was anything else. Yeah, it is Goldengo, so they're going to go Terra Steel here, but I'm going to knock off their item. Because that's just my best damage regardless. And I'll just T-Bolt. Get to Scout for speed here as well, which is good. Yeah, I don't think my opponent wins from here. Okay, they protect, that's fine. Like, what are you stalling out? I don't understand what you're stalling here. Have a look. Alright. Let's go so again, knock off T-Bolt, no reason not to. They could Terra here, but I think the Goldengo just has to take too many hits. Like, it doesn't have priority moves. Obviously, it's not Scarf, because it's protecting. So, like, it's got to take 2 hits from Meowscarada. It can't one-shot Rotom from here, and if it goes for a Make It Rain, then Rotom takes pretty much no damage from it. Yeah, I mean, this game's over. There is no chance my opponent ever wins this, I think. Although they are taking their sweet time with it. Are they... What do they do? Are they just, like, deliberately trying to waste as much of my time as possible? Because, like, you don't have a win condition here. Like, I will eat my slipper that is currently on my foot if I lose this game. There isn't a win condition for my opponent. Knock off. Cassid Berry. You're nasty. You are so greedy. What are you hoping to achieve? I have a sash on my Meowscarada. Like, you're dead. Yeah. Okay, GG. Just knock off. The T-Bolt. You lose. Okay, they're not trying to waste my time. I don't know what they were trying to play around there. I guess, like, there's a win condition where I make the worst play known to man and, like, switch in my Armarouge for some reason. But, I mean, even then, I think I still win. Okay, that is one in the books for the team. Yeah, that was a weird situation because I found myself in a position where I couldn't really switch around the Amoonguss very well at all. So I ended up just having to tank sleep turns. Also, probably could have just ripped Draco into the Amoonguss much earlier on in the game, but let's continue. Yeah. Oh, man. Random. There you go. Okay. Next opponent. We've got... Heh? Is there a Slowpoke? What? Just why is there a Slowpoke? I mean, Armarouge kind of bodies this, I want to say. It's going to be Gambit Annihilate, isn't it? So I kind of go like Armarouge and Amoonguss. Just to get around the Gambit there. And then... Who did I bring as my last two? Terra Water Sylveon seems pretty decent here. I like Rotom actually, just to deal with the Satitan and the King Gambit a bit better. And I don't think it's Hydreigon here. I think it's either Sylveon or Meowscarada. Yeah, Hydreigon just gets battered by too much stuff. I think the Sash on Meowscarada is kind of nice. Plus it's sleep proof, which makes it useful into the Lilligant. Sure, let's do this. Do I? No, I'm gonna, yeah, I'll do this. But don't worry about the King Gambit back end is the big problem here. I'm not too worried about the Torkoal just because I have a lot of stuff to deal with it, namely Goals, Armarouge, and a Rotom. Like I don't really care about Lilligant at all either with this lead. What is Slowpoke doing here? That's my question. Are they setting Trick Room? Is that the plan? Gambit Trick Room? Do I read the Trick Room here? Do I read Final Gambit Trick Room? Nah, I don't think I need to. In case they don't Final Gambit. They probably do Final Gambit Trick Room here. I could have played around it, but I didn't feel like it. Yeah, there's the Gambit. Fine. Yep. Death Drop's nice. Yeah, okay. I should have just pressed Trick Room there. I mean, I can unset Trick Room here. Could be useful. He comes in here. It is Talk, that's fine. I think I just go Terra Fighting here to get around like a Specs Earth Power or something and I press TR. And then Amoonguss goes into Rotom. If my opponent presses Trick Room again this turn, they're actually insane. Okay, Terra Fighting. Yoink. Is it going to be Surf Policy Torkoal? Is that what this is? Is it Surf Weakness Policy Torkoal? Sure. Okay, good thing on for Terra. Absolutely tank it. TR. Very cool. I mean, now I can just T-Bolt the Slowpoke, right? And Psychic this guy. No Trick Room for you. And 1,000 damage for you. Oh, crit just kills. Sure, that works. I think I'm probably fine without the crit there, because, like, worst cases, they kill my Armarouge, and then they're in range of T-Bolt, and they have a King Gambit. Yeah, like, I mean, I can deal with the King Gambit with 3 Pokemon here, because I have Will-O-Wisp for my Rotom. I'll just wow it. Whoop. I guess Armor Cannon's technically the better play here. Just if they're like Terra Flying or something, hitting them with a Sun Boosted Armor Cannon is doing a lot of damage. Never mind. Aura Sphere works. So could you even kill me here? It does not. Big moves. Will-O-Wisp hits because my Rotom doesn't miss. And gets feared. It honestly really wouldn't surprise me if I actually dealt more damage with what am I saying? It wouldn't surprise me if I dealt more damage with Armor Cannon there because of the Sun Boost. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter what I do here. I win. Cool, we take those. I think the crit on Torkoal was kind of irrelevant, I'll be honest. Like, okay, yeah, they can Earth Power my... they can Earth Power my Armarouge and kill it, but then, like, I can go into Meowscarada at the back end, knock off the Torkoal and burn the King Gambit, and then I just win. Or I could even go Amoonguss there, actually. I guess Amoonguss is kind of a throw. Is it? No, I could go Amoonguss and T-Bolt the Torkoal and go for a Spore into Armarouge. I think is slightly more consistent as a win condition. But yeah, either way, we win. I don't think the crit was particularly relevant. I should have just pressed Trick Room turn 1. That would have been so sick. If I just pressed Trick Room turn 1. That is going to be it for today's episode. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you all enjoyed. If you did, as always, leave a like on the video, sub to the channel if you haven't already. As always, if you want to use this team, the rental code is at the start of this video or it's in the description, alongside my Twitch, where you should go and follow me on Twitch. And yeah, that's going to be it from me. I will see you all next time. Bye.